Hi everyone. So here I've come up with a very important message for teens as well as their parents, because this particular period has been very challenging for teens as well as their parents. So whenever I get into teen counseling and family counseling sessions, the parents come up with various doubts, and they've been like overwhelmed with the demands of this particular period in their life, because they've been again challenged when the child was like 2-year old, when they were a toddlers. But again, once again, parents need lot of emotional energy to handle these teens this period, because this particular period we call it as an adolescent, which is a transition period between being a child and as well as an adult. So when this kind of period happens, it's equally stressful for both involved, I should say. So parents always have been having these doubts, like suddenly why are they isolating themselves from me, because I've been always very friendly to my teen, but then they're not talking to me like before, and they're also getting distracted with a lot of gadgets, and now they're talking about love, and all these kinds of doubts have been giving a lot of tensions to the teens parents, and suddenly they see their child's performance going down, especially after COVID. This has been seen everywhere. So these are some of the doubts what the teens parents are having. So I'm here to clear why the teens behave the way they behave, and what's very important to them, and how to put them in the right path of success and also health. I'm talking here about the mental health as for sure. So here, when I talk about this particular mental health and success for teens, you should also know that what I'm referring to here. I'm going to talk about a practical aspect of psychology here, and relating it to how your teens behave in this particular stage of their life, because this is called an identity crisis period. So for you to know like what they're going through in this period, you need to know about the previous stage of their life. That is the stage where your child was in like 5 to 12 years of age. So this particular stage we call in psychology, according to Erickson's 8 stages of psychosocial development, as industry versus inferiority. So here your child will face a lot of challenges in terms of getting introduced to the school life, and to the challenges and demands of the teachers as well as the school, and they'll be doing all kind of tasks to please the teachers, and also to do well in all the activities being assigned to them, and they want to involve them in all the project works, and their major motto is to fit into the group, and they also want to do all this kind of social comparisons. They want to take part in most of the extracurricular activities also. In all the ways they want to prove that they are competent. So once this particular stage is resolved well, then they develop something called as competency. Otherwise, when this stage is not going too well with them, then they could develop the feelings of inferiority. So as a humanist psychologist myself, I would definitely want to put forth an idea that every human being's goal is to definitely go for achievement, or self-actualization. Every human being in this world is definitely going towards that. So you would be wondering then why my teen is actually addicted to the gadget, and why my teen is addicted to love, and also even sometimes drugs. Why are they going to these paths, when if you say that if they really wanted to go into the path of success or into the academic way? Now if you could see in this fast food world, what is giving us instant gratification? Because nowadays when you Google a word, immediately you could get the results, and our children now are born in this particular fast food world, I should say, because they get the immediate sense of gratification. And when you ask them to go in the academic line for the sense of belongingness, you want to get them into that group, saying that this is what is very important in life. What really happens is that they have to go through a very long path, because they think that okay, after my +2 I'm going to be peaceful. Now what? Now again I have to get into college, and what next? Again I have to get a job. So their journey goes on and on. So they get to see this path very boring. So let's imagine now an analogy, like your child and you are going in a 1,000 miles journey. Especially you're putting your child in the success journey of 1,000 miles, let's say. And the end of 1,000 miles, what are they going to see? The success of their academic outcomes, and you're going to encourage them to go in the path. But let's say they are walking in the path, and with lot of competency and all that stuff, and they want to get the confidence and all that, so they're going to study and take up that path. But as long as they are going in that path very slowly and all that, they get to see lot of competitions, and sometimes this fear of failure sets in them when they especially face failure. And usually during the age group of 5 to 12, when a child actually faces a failure for the first time in their life, it's very important about how they tackle the failure, because how they actually overcome these failures are the ones which decides their success in future. So if the teachers and parents are not showing them the right path on how to handle the failures, these children develop the feelings of inferiority. So they feel that going in this 1,000 miles journey is not anymore interesting or not anymore going to fetch them the goal for various reasons. Let's say some children, they have their parents who are having marital issues and they are separating, going for a divorce. So all these are the barriers they see on the 1,000 miles journey. Sometimes some of the child may have less competency compared to their peers and they feel like, I'm not going to make this anymore. So this is the time. You have to listen carefully here. This is the time what happens is they just start getting distracted. So they think that this is a path which is going to give me success. And once they're going in the path and when they are very much, compromised, they're feeling that I'm not going to go into the path and get what I want. That is the time they are like, distracted by, luminous lights on the way, or let's say they are going to get more distracted by ice cream parlor, like how the children are getting distracted by lollipops and ice cream parlor. Similarly, our teens are also going to get distracted by this kind of gadgets or Snapchat or Instagram or even drugs or alcohol or friends who are having to fun to hang out with. So all these things are going to distract them from the path of success. So what they do is they get instant gratification when they belong to this group. They think that if I'm loved by someone, I'm going to get all that confidence because this person is all the 24/7 thinking about me and talking high about me. So that's an instant boost to their self-esteem. So the teens fall in love for majorly two reasons. One is that it's because of hormonal, and that we can't do anything about it. The crushes and love, it's going to happen, and we are going to face that, and we are going to help our team overcome all these challenges on the way. So this is going to naturally happen. The other reason is that they somewhere believe that this path is going to be very tough for various reasons in their life, as I discussed now, and so they get lost by going to get distracted by all of these things. So when they lost their way and go a very long journey in the wrong path, it is the duty of the parents and the school and the teachers to show them the right path. And if it is, they've gone the path for a very long time, and those times the help of psychologists and counselors plays a very important role for them to neutralize that path and make them once again believe in themselves that they can still go in the right path of success. Even though it's going to be a long journey, it's going to be a fruitful journey. Because usually children have this kind of feeling, I'm very special, I'm unique, because they are actually feeling inferior because of their previous failures, or because of the comparisons they get themselves into, or because of the social comparisons. They lose the feeling that I'm not going to go anywhere. So once again we have to make them feel and improve their self-efficacy that they are capable. Definitely your teens will have some important skill or talent which they are having in unique way possible, and it's important also to teach them that failures are also going to be on your path, and that is nothing wrong, because the child has to be modest. Once they are getting only success after success, then it's also again very difficult. So it's important that they also need to face failures and need to be told these are the path and how to overcome it. So parents and the teachers who are going to be the angels on their way when they are going to lose their path has to be monitoring them very carefully. When your child is actually going to get distracted from the path, that is the time you need to behave with them as a friend and show them the right path without being more authoritative and all that, but by talking to them in a more friendly way and giving them the right direction and making them after all believe in themselves, that they need not have high standards to achieve, but whatever is important for their life, whatever is important for their happiness and utmost peace. So parents, you should not feel like your teens are not responsible, they just want to go in this path. It's not like that. Every child wants to really do well in their life. Because of these kind of barriers, it's like imagine a mountain or a big river coming on the way of their success. They are seeing these barriers and they don't have the life skills to handle these barriers. These are the reasons they just get distracted, and you shouldn't get more annoyed with the teens behavior, and you should understand these are the reasons why they're getting deviated or distracted, and be very understanding about them and give them the unconditional love and support, and most importantly believe in themselves that they can still succeed, that is nothing like they've gone too far, they can definitely be brought back. So this is a very important message that parents should keep in mind, and also give them the routine, which is very important. Please parents, you believe in the self-discipline and the routine which we have lost very long way from the COVID time. So it's very important that you need to put them in the right path by giving them the responsibility, self-discipline and the right routine, and make them proud of their own talents, whatever talents they have, even non-academic, it's fine. But then when you feel them they are good enough, then I'm sure they are going to come back to this path of a 1,000 miles journey and I'm going to get what they want in their life. I hope parents, you understood what I'm here talking about the distraction, and not to take them in a very negative way, but to see the, understand and have empathy towards your children and help them to find the path of success. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please do share this to parents or whoever has got this kind of challenges, having to parent their very tough teens, I should say. But then I should always end up saying that all teens are really good by heart, and you just have to show them the right path. I'll again catch you up in another interesting video. Take care. Bye.